see how tired Felicia is, because we're here working on our day off, just to show you the amount of hours that go into running a small business. Yoo-hoo! Hello and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to take the time in this video to let you guys know how my life changed when I started a small business. I focus on this channel, and you've seen it many times before, on how to start a small business, but I think letting you guys know what changed in my life when I started a small business will pretty much be the similar course that happens to you when you start your own small business. And I'm not talking my life changed, financially, that I started making millions of dollars, but rather it changed on a level that I started opening up so many other doors just by simply owning this small grocery store. It led to real estate investments, and it led to Felicia becoming a realtor. It led to me doing marketing for small businesses, which you can find in the link below if you want any help. And just those small avenues made this store so valuable, not even the financial side of it, but the other avenues that came with it. And that's what I preach to people. When you start a small business, you're not just starting that one business. You're starting to open doors to many, many other things in your life. Whether it's, a better confidence level for yourself, or, a different financial investment that starts because you have a business now. So stick with me in this video, and we can really break down what exactly will change in your life, similar to what changed in my life over the years. 7 years ago, I started the project to open my first small business, which is this grocery store. And at that point, I legitimately had no knowledge of business. I didn't understand leases. I didn't understand marketing. I didn't understand being in business, reselling food, none of that. And truthfully speaking, I had $0 to my name. This was a very humble beginning on how we started this business. Now, flash forward 7 years later, and things are much different. I cannot believe how much I've changed as a person, not even just financially speaking, but my own mentality towards business and people, and the confidence to, walk into a room and be able to discuss business and finances with anybody now. And, people may overlook you when you have such a small business, but you learn in that small business every little thing on how to manage and run any business that may come to, your plate in the future. I'm not saying they'll all be the same. I'm saying you learn the fundamentals. And that's one of the most valuable things you can do, is simply just start. If you want to start a business, start the business and learn as you go, because even the process of starting was something so valuable, because that's when you actually see, if you can cultivate the discipline to take this thing from an idea to the hard part, which is the execution. And I'm not going to, beat around the bush and be afraid to talk about money on this channel. That's what we do, is we're in business to make money. So yes, this business has rewarded me financially. I was able to buy my first house. I was able to flip that house and move into another house. We were able to get Felicia a real estate license. We were able to fund, the startup marketing agency. So I can't say we were able to pay ourselves. I can't forget about the paying ourselves after 2 years in being in business. And, I can't say that financially it didn't treat us okay. This business treated us okay for the amount of work we put into. Because at the end of the day, with a small business, you really learn one thing. You will be working many, many hours. And oftentimes, you will be paid pennies for those hours. So it humbles you in that point of view, but eventually it can take care of you financially. So for the first few years, you're working for pennies. And then you really want to scale it so it's comfortable and, actually pays the owners what they deserve sometimes. I mean, there's still going to be bad years and good years, but you're on a stable upwards trajectory is what I'm trying to say. And here's the thing I learned about being in business. When you see people come and open your shop door, or they make their first sale online with you, that is the reassurance that you need, that even if one person comes to you and finds value in your business and your products and the services that you provide, that means other people are willing to support your dream, are willing to pay for your services. And sometimes, people will come to our door and we'll see them and they'll mention, oh, I love shopping at the store, to someone on the phone. And that is the feeling that is indescribable, because that means something you created is valuable enough for another person to tell other people. So when you start feeling that and getting good, positive reviews, that's the feeling that keeps you going when you don't really make money at first, because it's such a humble start, or it's such a positive review to go with it. And aside from building your financial success comes your personal success, your ability to speak with people, your ability to, confidently make small talk that is a comfortable small talk, not just about the weather. Your ability to say no to people that are trying to take advantage of you, all becomes built within the system of your business. You become something that you never thought you would, in a positive way. Like, the skills I had 7 years ago are much different than the skills I have now, and these are transferable to many other avenues in life. One of the biggest things that I realized was I don't need to compare myself to other small businesses. Everyone's on their own path. I have no idea if they've been, in the business for 10 years longer than I have, or they started with 10 times the amount of money. I compared myself to so many businesses, and what does it do besides make me feel worse? Because I have no idea how those businesses are actually functioning and if they're making any money. Yet I'm comparing a bad day of mine to their highlight reel on social media. So it didn't really do anything for me. So I realized that cutting out that noise, that other business noise on we're expanding, or we're making this, or we're making that, or we're having our third location, it doesn't really do anything for you at the end of the day. It doesn't really make your business any better. And it certainly doesn't motivate you to work harder just because someone else shows you their highlight reel. I would say that's one of the things I really worked on in the first year or two on being in business. Because even salespeople would come up to me and tell me, oh, how good other businesses are doing, or how much they're selling, or they're expanding, they're getting better equipment. And some of those businesses ended up closing anyways, that they bragged to me about. And yet here I am still standing. So the comparison does nothing for nobody. And that's what I advise to stay away from, especially when you're starting out. It's so easy to look at other people's businesses, but you have no idea the sacrifices or the behind the scenes that went into this business, and yet you're comparing your humble beginnings to their, chapter 10. It's safe to say that you will change in many ways when you open a small business, financially speaking, business investment speaking, and personally speaking. I mean, not every story will be 100% just like mine, but I gave you kind of a glimpse, a summary on how I expect most people will grow and develop when they open their own business. And I wish you the best in growing your business and your personal dreams, goals, and visions. Have a good day. Thank you.